What's up, everybody? This is Saiyan Z3 here, and I finished rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho yesterday. It was a blast. I just want to make this vid just to, I guess, give some thoughts on it, some things that I don't remember, or some things that, like, because now I have like a really good, clear, concise grip on the series, and I really don't have that for other series except maybe for like Dragon Ball and maybe Shaman King and Cowboy Bebop and a few other ones, but yeah. Um, this was my second favorite manga of all time, and my second favorite shonen tied with Cowboy Bebop. Or it's my second favorite. It's my second favorite shonen. It's my second favorite manga of all time, and it's my second favorite anime of all time. Tied with Cowboy Bebop. Okay. Um, there was it was a blast to rewatch this series. I finished episode 112 yesterday, but I didn't upload this video yesterday, I didn't even record this video yesterday because I was doing my Toriko chapter review, and I did that little rant, my first rant, so you guys can go ahead and check that out. Um, but yeah, I mean, honestly, like the main four, they're just as good as I remember them. Yusuke, Kobaru, Kurama, and Hiei. I was surprised though, because Kurama was really the one that I was the most, no homo, the most interested in. Not a trap character, okay? No, I mean, what am I saying? He is a trap character. Um, Kurama, like, just his calculating nature, I really liked that about him, and he always made the correct choice, like something I would have done if I were in that situation. You know what I mean? Um, Yusuke, I liked him. Yusuke, I really got to like him, like in like those epic moments, those sort of emotional moments for him, like when during the Chiguro fight and during the Sensui fight when he died and he was like, "What am I fighting for?" and all those kinds of things, and especially during the test, Genkai's last test. Screw this test, I'm getting us out of here. I love that. I really related him with him in the beginning, just because he's like, "Oh, I see all these people caring about me and stuff, even though I'm dead," and he realizes that life is actually worth living. Kuwabara was just easily the funniest character on the show. Very inspirational. Um, that's pretty much it. But he actually grows. Like he goes from punk to like a pretty smart guy. So I thought that was kind of cool to see. I thought I would like a little more than I used to. But his level, like how much I like him, no homo, is like pretty much the same level as it was back in the day. I realized he was an anti-hero. He had this, he had that. And he had Yukina to look after, and I especially liked him during his last couple of the episodes dealing with his past in the Three Kings arc. Those are some of my favorite episodes in the series. So there's that. Genkai is another character I really like. Genkai, like all the wisdom she imparts, and just how and her relationship with Chiguro, and then I don't know. I like the fact that she's good at video games. Like when I saw that in the whole Game Master little mini arc or whatever, I really like that. I don't know. It just added charm to the character, so I like that as well. Taguro is actually my favorite villain on the show. Uh, I like his whole last Ronin's duel motif. He's just looking for someone to kill him because he wanted to know that that living as a human was better than living or than changing into a cold-hearted demon. You know what I mean? Um, Chu is another one of my favorite characters. Same with Jin. Those were two of the contestants from the Dark Tournament. One of the lesser known characters that I like is Inmaki, even though he's a very small side character. If you guys don't know who that is, if you guys go back and watch the Rescue Yukina arc, um, the Shadow Triad or the Demon Triad, I forget their name, the ones that the Chiguro brothers hired, he's the second one, like the ninja one. I don't know. He's just pretty cool to me, like the whole stealth aspect of him. I don't know. I just like it. Shizuru, Kuwabara's sister, she's another character I like. Botan is, I mean, Botan, I guess, is another character I like. Kaito, in terms of the disciples that Genkai raised or helped to develop, Kurama's rival, I liked him. I liked his whole little territory. That was pretty cool. Yana and Kido were okay, but I don't know. They just didn't do as much as Kaito, in my opinion. Sensui. Oh yeah, I mean, a lot of people love to rave about Sensui. I like Sensui the character. But if you guys haven't watched my Chapter Black video, you guys should go check that out. Um, there are just problems I have with this plan. I guess I can I'm gonna reiterate it later in this video. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I like his whole Rashukin thing, the sacred energy. The fact that his whole world was turned inside out. That was pretty cool. Um, so yeah, I like Sensui too. Bakuro, Yomi, and Ryzen, the Three Kings, all three of them got development in the Three Kings arc. It's crazy. Yomi developed as a father. He found his. He found instead of. I mean, he was a ruthless ruler, but Yomi actually found some sort of enjoyment from fighting, and he put his individuality on the line in the world tournament in the demon tournament, should I say? And what I mean by that is he bared himself out, like he was ready. He showed himself for who he was, and he it's like he told Yusuke, I discovered sides of myself that I never thought were possible. So that was pretty cool. Makuro's past, that was pretty bad for her. Um, and the whole thing, her whole fight with Hiei, even though she won like the whole shackles thing, which I'm gonna get to later. That was pretty cool. And then Ryzen, falling in love with the human. I don't know. I just kind of like to see like all these ruthless people just have like a softer, gentler side to them, and it sort of makes them a little more human, I think. And I think in some cases it makes them better. Shigure, who was the surgeon that gave Hiei his Jiganai, he was a pretty good character in my opinion. And Kujo, even though he's like a small side character. If you guys don't know who Kujo is, he was one of Ryzen's friends. He's the one that fought and beat Toya. So yeah, he was pretty cool in my opinion. I guess general thoughts about the series though is it does to me Yu Yu Hakusho didn't really pick up until the Four Saint Beast arc. It sort of suffers from the same thing as Kenshin, I think, because before the in Kenshin's case, before the Kyoto arc, there was only like really one or two subplots that really interested me. But yeah, Yu Yu Hakusho, in my opinion, doesn't pick up until the Four Saint Beast arc. Everything before that is so. It's very almost episodic in nature, but it's it's pretty good in my opinion because you see like whole youth realizing that people care about him and stuff. So that makes up for it. Before Toguro though, I gotta say that the fights are relatively short. Um, Especially Hiei versus Booya, I thought that was a pretty short fight. Um, what else? What else should I say? Yeah, just the fights in general were very short, especially against the Demon Tribe when they were rescuing Yukina. And the Saint Beast arc, like those fights, they were pretty short in my opinion too, except for the Byakuya one and the Suzaku one. But Genbu and Seiryu, those two were pretty short. Um, One thing I never understood was why Hiei stopped using the Giganshi form. It never made sense to me. I thought that was I don't know. I thought he should have been. I thought Togashi should have made Hiei use that form a little more. Would have given him a more devilish appearance. Probably propped his character up a little more. Um, Again, dealing with the Jigan Eye in the beginning when Hiei was a villain. I thought the surgery of the Jigan Eye on Keiko, that was kind of dumb considering what we learned about Shigure and how he does it later. Especially because we learned later in the Three Kings arc that surgery of the Jigan Eye takes very special skill, and I'm sure it's skill that Hiei probably doesn't have. Another thing I thought that was strange was Kuwabara. He had the ability to use telepathy in the Rescue Yukina arc. Remember that little string or whatever, and he was talking to Yukina through that. Or something like that. I found it strange he stopped using that as well. And there was here was like a real like stupid moment for me in terms of the series. It was when they were getting ready to go to Hanging Neck Island to do the world tournament, to do the dark tournament, not the world tournament, the dark tournament, and Yusuke picks up this mystery fifth fighter, right? And he picks, I suppose at this point, him or her up. Because we don't know who it is at that point for the team, right? Um, and this is in episode 26. He intentionally picks her up for this team, okay? And he gets shocked around 17 or 18 episodes later on to find out that it's Genkai. That confused the hell out of me because if you guys go back and watch episode 26 when we see that mystery fighter for the first time, that shit is just like, wait, so Yusuke knows who this person is, but then he's later shocked to find out who it was later. I mean, it's just kind of weird in my opinion. Everyone before Toguro, some of the villains were sort of forgettable. I thought I mean, that's just my opinion. Koenma's changing into adult form drains his power. After that, there was just like little small things like Koenma's power is changing into adult form and it drains his power. But it's okay against Sensui, small things like that. Then there were some strange comments that I heard also, like Dr. Ichigaki, who was the second team that Team Urameshi faced in the Dark Tournament. He said that humans' energy potential is greater than that of demons, and that shocked the shit out of me, considering how I remember the rest of the Chapter Black and the Demon World tournament. Um, Not only that, Yusuke was sort of indifferent, or he was oblivious to Ichigaki's team being controlled even after it was said a couple of episodes earlier. So that sort of fucked me up a little bit too. I also found it strange that Genkai took so long to beat the Ichigaki team with that freezing spell of hers. I thought she could have used that. I thought she could have used that like considerable amount of time before. And then Mitamura was with them, who was the Ichigaki's team because they were being controlled. It was their master. That was sort of weird to me too. But yeah, everything after that is pretty good. And you guys know my whole deal with Sensui, how he wanted to open the tunnel to collapse differences. Yeah, later we found out S-class and A-class demons eat humans, and then that just fucks it up even more when we find out that Yoko Kurama and Hiei, how did they survive? You know what I mean? And then his whole false plan to kill humans and why he created the group of his things like that. It was just his plan was just a clusterfuck in my opinion. And then at Three Kings arc, we got things like Botan flying to get Kurama instead of Koenma not wanting her to stick out. Then the whole deal with Shura and Yusuke, it's kind of tough for me because on one hand, Shura is greater than I'm thinking he's stronger than Yusuke, but Yusuke puts up a better fight against Yomi in the end, especially when he gets that power up, that orange blue power up, energy power up at the end. That was kind of weird. And then the whole thing with Makuro's shackles. This is an S-class demon. She can't take off her shackles. I don't know. That was just a little weird to me. Kurama not getting hospitalized after Hiei's battle, even though he said he would. I thought Yusuke's epiphany, like when he turned into a Mazaku against Yomi, I thought that was a little awkwardly timed. And then there were just two comments that really, made me shift towards. Just made me like, wait, what? Really? One such comment was Kirin. If you guys don't know who Kirin is, that was her second in command. So basically, it's like what Hokushin was to Raizen and what Shachi was to Yomi. Kirin was actually the strongest out of all the second in commands. And he said that Makuro was at half strength, fighting at half strength in the tournament, and that just like, no way. There's no way she was only fighting at half strength. So that was a comment that just made me think otherwise. And then there's a whole thing about demons surviving at the end of the series and everything, but that's enough negativity. All the positives about it, definitely great characterization, especially in the main villains. Love it, loved the characterization. I just wish, especially with Yusuke, I thought, the end result is like, yeah, I need to protect my friends and everything, but I thought that the different avenues / journeys in which he gets there, I thought that was pretty much the best part about him and realizing what's important and stuff. The ending to the series was just amazing. Like, I really like the ending to this series. It's just it's just like a feel good moment, those last two episodes, I just had like a big stupid grin on my face just watching it. My brother was just like, yeah, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, those are pretty much my thoughts on Yu Yu Hakusho. And I learned some stuff that I didn't remember before, like Kuwabara and Shizuru, them having exceptional spiritual awareness. Things like what else? I finally got the Chapter Black. Like I remember like most of these fights now in depth, especially the Game Master one. I thought that whole little Amanuma mini arc when he realized he was gonna die and Kurama's choice, I thought that was pretty good. The whole moral complexity about it, that was pretty cool. I also learned about Dark Tournament. I always said that Dark Tournament was better than Chapter Black, even though I knew what happened. But after rewatching the series, after like physically watching it, I can say that Chapter Black is definitely better than Dark Tournament. And Dark Tournament, I don't think is really as good as some people make it out to be, because really only the last two rounds really matter to me. With Team Masho, wait, is it Team Masho? Yeah, no. Sorry, no. There were two fights in Team Masho that I really liked, and then it was the team with Shishiwakamaru and Suzuka after that, and then obviously the Toguro fight. And then between that, then we had Genkai's little training arc, which I liked. So definitely the end of Dark Tournament is what I liked more than the beginning. And like I said, Dark Tournament, for me, it only really got good until the end. Chapter Black, on the other hand, I mean, just carried the momentum through. The only like I said, the only problem I had with Chapter Black was Sensui's plan. I thought it didn't make any sense in the end. But definitely like his plan to atone and just the characterization of Sensui, that's good. But his plan was just effed up, and I was very surprised at how amazing, like I said it, amazing the Three Kings arc was. It's massively underrated. It's so massively underrated in this community. I mean, I was shocked because this was the first time that I had watched it like one run through. Like I knew what happened. I knew the premise of the story. I remember the scenes in my head. Like if you asked me a moment like how did this go, then I could tell you. Um, but just watching it in one go, like Three Kings was excellent. I thought it was really good. Uh, I'm gonna cause some controversy here, but it very well could be the best arc in the series. I think so. At least I think so. Okay. Um, it, it's very underrated. See, it's sort of like the Boo saga of DBZ for me in that not many people like the final arcs of these two series, but for me, they have the most rewatchability, and for me, they're the ones that I find myself watching the most. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, definitely Kurama. The fact, like I said, Kurama. I was surprised at how much like I really liked him as a character, and the Three Kings arc. That was a big surprise for me because I knew I had always thought that Chapter Black was better than it, and you know, and I guess you can definitely make a case for it, but Three Kings arc was wow. I couldn't believe how underrated it was. But yeah, that's it for me. Finished rewatching Yu Yu Hakusho. Plans for this series. I'm probably gonna read the manga. I've read some parts of the manga, like the whole Sensui fight, the Toguro fight is something I've read too. Portions of the Chapter Black I've also read. I've read the final chapters. That was a pretty good ending. Well, it was a very awkward ending. But the final chapter, that was good in my opinion. And I'll probably be doing a review for that. Whenever I get around to it, whenever I finish it. I can just show you plans on what I'm gonna watch or read later. Definitely Shaman King is on that list. And so in terms of watching anime right now, it's definitely Kenshin. I'm definitely rewatching Kenshin. Haven't gone past episode 23 yet. But Jason Todd has told me that it's Kyoto arc is on episode 28. So there's a certain way I'm gonna read. I'm gonna skip all the filler and then just pick up the manga right after the Kyoto arc. And I'm gonna watch the Son of God filler arc too. So yeah, that Kenshin thing I'm gonna get to. Shaman King I'm definitely gonna reread. Um, uh, Berserk I think I should probably do a series. Not impressions. Well, cause see like I already know like most of the stuff that happens, and I've read some of it too. But I'm definitely gonna I'll probably do like an in-depth thing on Berserk, whatever it is. Do I have anything else? Oh, Vagabond's another one. Just so many manga and anime for me to read right now, but those are just a couple of the few that are taking precedence over the others right now. Um, the Bardock analysis will be coming. Um, yeah, Bardock analysis, Dragon Ball versus DBZ. Yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Like I said, this is my second favorite shonen of all time, my second favorite anime of all time, tied with Cowboy Bebop, and my second favorite manga of all time. And I think that's just a testament to how good Togashi's work is, and Hunter x Hunter might be getting up there. You know what I mean? So be on the lookout for that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Finished rewatching Hakusho. It was a blast, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Bang.